Ripley's eyes were said to be lit with fire. Born into slavery on a long-forgotten world, she quickly learned to resent her royal oppressors. Her entire childhood she worked the fields outside a grand citadel, under the watchful eye of her masters, forever looking up at the pristine white walls, dreaming of the life inside. When the off-world pirates arrived, she was given a choice: fight for her life and prove her worth, or die on this planet she so hated. Picking up the closest weapon she could find, a lowly wooden club, she charged and killed one of the invaders. Impressed with her courage and ferocity, the pirates, rather than kill her for her assault, decided to welcome her in as one of their own. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 9. Yes, that's right, episode 9 of the Kingdom of Beck. We are very, very fast approaching double figures in this series. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little bit more of an introduction to Ripley Stanley at the start. But one thing that I kind of need to mention before we get proper into this episode is that I did kind of readjust this perimeter wall here in between episodes just so that we could keep these wind turbines where they are and provide a little bit of extra room. And hopefully this design that I have got now will convince raiders and enemies to funnel themselves through here and get shot up. But one thing we really want to actually start working on this episode is this is going to be a kingdom. We have the Empire mod installed, which means we can go out and start our own faction. And to do that, we are going to need to save up a little bit of silver. I think we need 1,000 to start our first settlement. So I've gone around the map. I've had a look where all of the silver ore is, and I have designated it to be mined because we are currently sitting on 541, which obviously is not the 1,000 that we need. We're just over halfway there. But yes, I don't know how this works. I've never actually done this in a Rimworld play before. So this could be rather interesting to see actually how we go about forming like our mighty, mighty empire that Beck dreams of having on this planet. Rebecca is very keen to extend her sphere of influence over this world. She wants to spread the might and the wealth of this fine nation that we've got going on at the moment. And it is looking particularly fine. Once this perimeter wall is all up and in place, it's going to look absolutely gorgeous. And that's something that hopefully, I don't know how much progress we are going to make, but hopefully that will get done in this episode. We might see that coming in over the next few episodes, but I would really like to get that done because I do want to, as I've said before, start working on the kind of outskirts of this settlement, the town that is going to spring up outside these main castle walls. But we've got the castle walls here, but I think we are going to build up a town, but then I think we are going to wall all of that in as well, just because this is Rimworld. There are going to be very dangerous threats that we are going to have to deal with, and it would be much better if we could kind of keep our people, our subjects, locked behind some doors so they don't get ravagely attacked by, say, a flock of man-hunting gazelle, bears, rabbits. I don't know what the worst of those are. Emus. Man-hunting emus are quite literally death in this game. Well, the temperatures are really starting to soar now. We hit, I think, about 42 degrees over that night. Oh dear, we've got a blocked drain as well. I don't actually know what we can do to fix that. Is there anything? Oh, it's just this. I think this just needs unblocking. I think someone will go and sort that out. Yes, the temperatures are really, really beginning to soar now. We've got Wilson. He is now assigned to start crafting up some clothes because we are going to need those dusters because people are going to get very hot. I think we are in the southern hemisphere, so Yeah, we need to, we really need to kind of get those dusters out as we approach the winter months, because it is going to get a lot hotter. And yeah, something we don't want is I forget the word. Something we don't want is our subjects to be rather uncomfortable in this very hot desert that we've got going on. But what I'm doing now is I'm going to be placing these kind of paved tiles around the outskirts of the castle proper, just so that they can move around a little bit quicker, and so that they're not dragging that dirty, disgusting sand all inside once they go out and do their little jobs that they've been assigned to. And, you know, it'll make the castle look a little bit more built up as well. It'll make it just seem a little bit nicer. We've been paying a little bit more attention to it. And one thing, something I would kind of like to do, but I don't think it's going to be possible as well, is maybe kind of grass this area over. You know, like how they have in Vegas. Las Vegas is obviously in the middle of a desert, but it is very green in the city because they've basically got their water sprinklers and they've planted everything down to make it look a little bit greener and a little bit nicer. I wonder if we could do something like that with this settlement as well, because it would look nice if we could get something like that done. But we are going to concrete all the insides of here as well. Not paved concrete, because this is just being a one tile width little walkway. Not many people are going to use it. It's really only going to be used when raids occur. I can't imagine anyone's ever going to come up here. The only way I could see people being in here regularly is if we get hit by sappers who say come in over here, destroy this wall, and then decide to go around this way, avoiding our lovely kill box that we've got going on here. There is a little bit more that I need to do with the kill box as well. I need to add some embrasures into it so we can actually fire out, because at the moment I kind of foolishly just made this whole thing out of slate walls. So whilst I'm talking about that, you know what, let's actually get that built, and we're going to want slate embrasures, and we will put one there, one there, one there, and one there, and it looks like our pants have all been made. I wonder if Stanley went and picked up some new ones, because I know her gear was looking particularly poor. No, she has just that's just not damaged enough for her to consider actually going and wearing those. But oh, I thought Wilson potentially had made something useful there, but no, he is still working on that cloth. We've got a fair amount of cloth. I kind of want to use all this cloth at the moment for clothes rather than for recreation, because obviously you need cloth for snooker tables, pool tables, and carpets and stuff. And this common room, I do want to carpet this. I want to make it look very pretty and very lovely. But I feel that our cloth resources at the moment would be better suited to actually making clothes for our colonists to wear. And he seems to be messing this up a bit and making some poor garments. I would rather you try and actually make them to the best of your ability, Wilson. And, oh, hello. Rose and Beck. Well, Agent will be most displeased. So, Rose and Beck have become lovers, and that is going to move me on to something that I wanted to do with this room. I actually wanted to make this into Beck's royal chambers. I think it is ever so slightly smaller, but we can potentially make it look a bit nicer. I don't know. We'll have to see what we can do, but we do need to now make Beck and Rose a double bed so that they can share, because otherwise they will get very happy, very unhappy very quickly. And we do have enough wood to do this, so we are going to place that down there. Ooh, yes, no, we're going to place that down there. We'll see that get built hopefully relatively quickly. Another thing I wanted to quickly do as well was just place some standing lamps in these rooms here, just to, you know, brighten them up a little bit. We will... So, I think, yeah, no, I kind of got sidetracked a little bit there. That was going to be the royal bedroom, but actually I think this will remain as the royal bedroom, because I thought I'd built this 3 wide, and obviously a double bed wouldn't fit particularly well in there, but actually no, the double bed kind of fits perfectly, so that's not a problem. Beck, this shall remain your bedroom. For now, at least, anyway. We might do a lot of rejigging of this castle around in the future once we've actually kind of produced the town outside and it's gotten a little bit bigger and a little bit better. But that seems to be that day over, so we are going to fast forward ahead and I will catch you in the morning. And what a beautiful morning it is. It's not quite as warm as it was yesterday, thankfully. One thing we do need to set up, obviously we're getting a lot of tattered clothes being thrown on the floor now, so I'm going to set up a bill. I think you do it here? Yes, burn apparel. So we're going to set up a bill, burn apparel. What we want to do is we want to have below, I think we'll go below 60%. Any quality, allow fresh, all of that jazz, and we will do that forever. So now basically as soon as something rubbish gets thrown on the floor, someone will come along and pick it up and just burn it, and we don't have to deal with that. But whilst we're at the production zone, we might as well have a look, because Rebecca has been hard at work researching some better production equipment. So let's go into here and see what else we can get now. An electric smelter might be useful. We can start smelting down weapons that we get. But I don't think that's what I want to do right yet. I think a machining table is going to be our next port of call, so we can actually really start working on some more advanced weapons. We do lack the research for it at the moment, but that will come with time. And another thing that we need to get on with today is, where are you, Stanley? Stanley, I want to assign you as head miner. So you are cleaning at the moment. Let's get your mine to 1, so we make sure that you mine. And you are needed. Why are you cleaning the sand? There is silver. I went and designated silver all around. Okay, right, no, we do not want you cleaning sand there. We definitely do not. That is not actually part of our home zone. That bearing in mind, let's do a quick little scout and see if there's anywhere else that is incorrectly labelled as home. No, nowhere that I can see. Stanley, please go and mine the silver. I really want to get this empire built up. Let's have a look. She is set to mine as #1 priority, so I don't know why she has decided that she is not going to do that. Have I... Oh, it appears to all be mined already. Someone just needs to go and pick it up. And we've got 160 at each of these. I think I designated 3, which, if my maths is correct, should just put us over the 1,000 that we need to actually get this first settlement set up. So let's fast forward this a bit, and hopefully someone will come along and haul that silver to us. Although having all of these slate chunks being hauled might prevent that from happening at any point soon, but we'll see. At least Rose is very busy at the moment. She's got a lot of work to do. Look at all of this construction that needs to go on that we have designated for her to do. So that will probably take her a while. And what is this magnificent beast over here? Come back here. A rough plated monitor. That looks very bright and garish. That's quite cool. I kind of want that as a pet. Oh, there we go. An eclipse. The sun has gone down and it will not rise for a few days. Well, no, the sun hasn't gone down. A moon has gotten in the way of one of the suns. But that's going to make it really difficult to actually figure out when the nights and days are. And if you've been watching this series, I do like to cut out the nights. It's a good cut point for the episode, I feel. I might be wrong. It's just what I feel like has been working for these episodes that I've done already. And it's a nice little break where I can kind of collect my thoughts and think about what we're going to do in the day ahead. Oh, we're still suffering from heat stroke. Rose, get back inside and get yourself a duster. I think we are out of cloth, so yes, so that's not gonna, we're not gonna get any more dusters, unfortunately, at least for a little while, because this cotton is going to take a while to grow. But that's that night done, and I wasn't even sure because of the eclipse, but we will catch you in the morning. And I do believe that is the morning, although, like I have been saying, it is incredibly hard to tell. But Rose, you're gonna get sad. You are going to get sad. Let's have a look. Needs. See, want to sleep with Beck. She's very sad, and you are the main constructor. It is your job to actually kind of go out and do this. Agent, what is Agent doing? He is watching the eclipse. Well, Agent, unfortunately, we have jobs for you that we would rather you be doing. We want to get this silver in. We really do, because I really do want to get this faction off of the ground. We want to build it up, and potentially the earlier we do it, the better we can, well, not say the better, but the more, what am I looking for? The kind of, the easier, it might be easier to set it up? I'm not sure. I have had a little bit of a brain fart there just talking about this this faction, but yes, we want to do it as soon as possible, sooner rather than later, because it would be nice. And I think one thing that happens when we set up a faction, we don't play them as such. I think they just become an ally. I'm not even sure if they're permanent, but we've got this little like settlement screen down here, and we of course are the Kingdom of Beck, but we create a new colony. And there it is over there. Initial cost 1,000 silver. So that's what we need to wait for. And if we have a look at all of this, we get some production, we get profit, we can tax people. There's a lot of little different screens that I'm not entirely sure what all of them do, and I'm sure we will find out in due course what each one of them does. But that's why we need the silver. Oh, and the wind seems to be down, and that because of this eclipse, we have absolutely no power at all. This is a bit unfortunate. How long are our meals going to last in here? They will last us a fair while longer. Those potatoes are going to last a while, so will those carrots. That bird meat will go rather quickly though, but there really isn't an awful lot that we can do about that at the moment, not until the wind actually starts to pick up speed, because this eclipse is, well, it's not going anywhere at the moment anyway. Oh, well, I say that, and it would have been quite amusing if the moon finished its path in front of the sun, but no, that didn't happen. Have we got more silver? We have 701 silver. Let's find Agent and let's make him haul all of the rest of the silver that we designated to be mined. Now, it is going to be quite difficult to find this in the middle, well, not the middle of the night, but when it's dark. And it is very, very dark indeed. And I know YouTube is pretty bad at making videos darker than they are, so this video might not be all that entertaining, considering the vast majority of it has been within an eclipse. But unfortunately, there's not much I can do about that. The eclipse will pass eventually, but until then, it's gonna be dark. It's gonna be really dark. But there we go. We are up to 990, and if we can just get Agent to come over here and do the last of this, and we seem to be getting a lot of heat stroke at the moment. I'm going to assume that is because our power isn't... Oh no, our power is sufficient. We are sufficiently producing enough power. And the eclipse is ending, but of course it is approaching nighttime, so we're not going to get any use out of those solar panels today, but at least we will have them tomorrow. I've said it once, I will say it again. Randy does seem to be being particularly kind to me on this playthrough. We've had a psychic soothe overnight, which, yes, it's going to make Agent... Is Agent still really the only man we have in this colony? I don't know if it affects Wilson. Let's have a look. No, it doesn't. He's an android, so it's not going to affect Wilson. It would be nice to have a female one. We do have a rather large female population compared to our male population, so come on, Randy, if you're going to be nice, be especially nice. One thing we are going to be doing today is this building seems to be taking an awful long time. We do have the materials to do it. It's just I think there is a lot that Rose needs to get on with. We are going to set your construct to 1, and I mean, look at her. Her construction skill is now 16. She has become very, very, very proficient at building. And even Beck is on 7. So I think just for now, we're going to get everyone to focus on building this up, because I would like this to get done. But whilst that's being done, what we are going to do is we are going to go and create our first settlement. So let's have a look. How do we go and do this? Here we go, create new colony. Now, I think what we're going to do at the start here is we are going to be a kind of desert-faring empire. We're going to place something that's not all too far away, and this desert oasis over here looks like it is going to be the perfect candidate, because all of the base materials for this look like they're very strong. Like I've said before, I don't actually know what these do at the moment, but we're going to settle there. And yes, the initial colony settlement, initial price has gone up by a little bit. It's gone up to 1,500. So obviously every settlement we make is going to cost us a little bit more money. But we should also be gaining money back from these settlements. So hopefully in the end it kind of all works out and we do build our mighty powerful empire. But of course that's going to have to come in a future episode, because right now that's about all the time I have for now anyway. But if you have enjoyed this episode, please go and hit that like button. I've not got anything funny to come up for a like button term this time. I'm sure I will come up with more later. But if you have really enjoyed it and would like to carry on seeing some new content from me, please do subscribe. I have been CarnasaGames, and I will see you all later.